everybody, Armored Pants here, and I have another Tank Legion video for you. And today we're going to talk about the tactic of using respawn to perform better, to have better games, and to earn more MVP awards. So, I'm going to do this video. I'm going to try to achieve a few things. Firstly, it's going to be a Tank Legion video on standalone. Secondly, it's going to be pointing out some of the differences between Tank Legion and Blitz. So the tactics that you can use, which are different, some different way of thinking. And secondly, it's going to hopefully point out the difference between Tank Legion and Blitz. So even if you're a Blitz player, you're on my channel, but you don't play Tank Legion, it might be interesting for you just to see the differences and to observe some gameplay. And you may even want to try the game just as a sort of a less stressful, more low-key tank game without all of the stress and abuse that you get in Blitz. So let's try see if we can achieve that. You're looking at the gameplay here. I'm in the Hetzer. It is a scramble game. There are two types of games in Legion. At the start there is scramble, where you have to capture the base as the major objective, and there's skirmish, where you have to get a certain number of kills, 7, 10 or whatever, to win the game. What's important to note is that unlike in Blitz, you don't necessarily have to capture the base to win. Obviously in Blitz you can eliminate all the enemies too, or capture the base. You don't have to do either of those in Tank Legion. What you can do is, if you get more kills and more, let's say the equivalent in Legion of XP, then you can win the game even without capturing the base. And you can see in this game we don't capture the base, but I get MVP and we win the game by doing more damage and getting more kills. Now you can see here I've just died, right? And in Blitz, that's normally the end of your game, right? And we have this, and one of the key tenets of Blitz is to survive, right? And maintain your hit points, particularly at the start of the game, so you can influence the game much more, particularly in the end part of the game. That is not the case in Tank Legion. In Tank Legion you can respawn. So basically you have an endless supply of hit points. And that requires a different type of thinking, because if the key objective is to get as many kills as possible or to capture the base, well then dying is not so important, as long as you're achieving your key objectives. And you can see here in this game I'm going to die twice, right? So I respawn twice, but I get the MVP award because I have contributed hugely towards us winning the game by protecting or capturing the base and getting those kills. So in many ways it's less sophisticated than Blitz, and that you only have one life, one chance in Blitz. So therefore it requires a different shift in thinking. It requires you to change the paradigm if you are an experienced Blitz player. But once you realize this, and it took me a while to do this, because I didn't want to die in the game, right? I was thinking with my Blitz head, but in actuality you realize that doesn't matter. There are some drawbacks to dying, of course, right? So the number of times you die is a statistic which goes onto your player stats, but of course getting an MVP award is a better statistic, and you can get more of those by utilizing this indefinite supply of hit points. The other thing is that your kill streak is broken if you die and respawn, but again, that's a minor drawback. One of the other things you'll notice is that over the last few days in Legion there has been connection problems. I think this is because there's more players on. This happens twice to me in this game. You're going to see it in a few seconds as well. Thankfully you're not disconnected, you just reconnect and then you continue in your gameplay. As you can see I did here, and it happens again in a few seconds. But one of the other things is that I think there's only one server for Tank Legion, right? This is a problem, right? Because I think particularly people in the US have experienced a lot of lag, a lot of delays, the game getting stuck, etc. Hopefully as more players come on board and as more players from different regions come on board, they will expand their number of servers, because it will be economically viable to do that. Now, back to the gameplay, you can see I'm in the base, right? So I'm capturing the base, I'm stopping the enemy from capturing the base. I'm also doing a lot of damage to the enemy, getting a lot of kills, and that contributes to us winning. Because even though the objective of Scramble is to capture the base, if you don't capture the base, you can still win the game by doing more damage and getting more kills than the enemy. So there's two ways to win. So don't worry, even if you are not always capturing the base, you can still win. Now you can see here I've just died again, but again, not a big problem, because you respawn and then you can come back again with full hit points and you can concentrate on that objective, which is to do as much damage and get as many kills as possible to win the game for your team if you are not capturing the base. Now, this is important because one of the things about this game is that, particularly in the early stages, there's a lack of coordination. There isn't the tactical awareness that you have in Blitz. So sometimes you can be off doing a lot of damage, you can be flanking, doing a lot of good tactical things that you would do in Blitz, but your teammates ignore the base, the enemy just drive in. They may do absolutely no damage, but they capture the base. So going into the base, paying attention to it, is oftentimes far more important than it is in Blitz. It's far more difficult to win a game by capturing the base, and as you go into the higher tiers, it's impossible. Almost impossible to win a game. I can't remember the last time I had a base capture win in Blitz above tier 4 or tier 3 even. But here you can see that, utilizing my hit pool points, the fact that I can respawn, I'm able to get MVP award, and we're able to do a lot of damage, get a lot of kills. You can see here I'm going to get a double kill, and just before the game ends I'm going to get a triple kill, and all of this is contributing towards me getting MVP and also winning the game. So you can see here the battle countdown has started, but I have just enough time to reload, to clear him off, triple kill on my 3rd life, and there's going to be an MVP award. You can see the reds also do the thing about killing the reds, is you send them back to their respawn so they're further away from the base. You can see MVP delivered. So just a sort of, I thought I would give you this sort of tutorial or this game tips in terms of a different way of thinking in between Blitz and Legion, and how to utilize the fact that you have a respawn as a tactical weapon to allow you to have a better game and to win the game for your team. So I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it enjoyable. There'll be a few more videos coming on Tank Legion for those of you who are playing it. If you're not and you're still only playing Blitz, I hope you enjoy these differences that we've pointed out and look at the gameplay. So now I guess all that remains for me to say is, as always, cheers Mush and pants off.